They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Set, green 80, 180.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Stay there. Set, 180. Right. He's tight right. He's tight on the right. Cluster. 3 down.
Rivers now to throw on first down. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Here we go. 12. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey, easy. Look.
From the gun, Rivers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked him, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Prescott. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
I know you feel it.
Number 11. 12 yards on the play. But it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 58. Come on. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe it.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Dak Prescott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Hey!
And to give this time to the tailback. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go. Check 52. Check. Left.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Check. Lucky. Buffalo one. White, 89.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
This is taken at the 15. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage, being the road team.
And now look at him go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So it wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation, because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
Box drop, box drop.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll run with Henry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Left, left, left.
4th down, Rivers. And that is going to be incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Even. 4 down. Even.
On first and 10, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. In for the score as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Check 50. Check 50.
From the gun, Love steps away to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And some room to roam now. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Tucker with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Check 41. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Bravo. 41 Mike, 41 Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Mike 41, Mike 41. Bound to lose one. 41's to Mike.
Throwing again. Love. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Here we go. SOS.
Operating from the gun. Love. They're able to locate Wilson. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down.
Mike 41. We got to wedge that, huh? Hey, 41's Mike. 41's Mike. I got wide. Slam. Check 9.
From the gun, Love. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
Xavier Rhodes on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Love. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Tighten up.
A final shot before break. Love flushed out right. Finding Gabriel complete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
27, 26.
Prescott now from the 50. Looking left side, he's got it complete. 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run it again with Henry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and there's nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check three. Quick the edge.
Operating from the gun. Love. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
by
the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Watch the screen.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. They find some open field here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Prescott to throw this time. Looking middle, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll try the jet sweep here, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
So don't say nothing.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
No.
3rd and long for Prescott. Buying time to his left. loss here as he's taken down. Kyler Fackrell providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Set, go. 26 Mike. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Kill.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he will find his man on the outside. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 26.
From the gun, Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Love. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 21-yard line.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Back to throw. Love escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Looking to throw. Love, flush to his right. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
A run for Nick Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
First down. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Corey Peters there to bring him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
That's where you belong.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Ravens, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the calendar changed October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.